Welcome back. My name is Muligan and this is Mutant Year Zero, Road to Eden. Last time we had a little bit of a difficult fight. And we are now at the Sea Titans. The forest path ends in a clearing by the riverbank. Large storehouses and huge metal vessels reveal that this is a place that was once used as a harbor. And it still is. One of the largest floating vessels is still in decent shape. This is the only way to cross the river, at least unharmed. Oh, okay. So we are literally having a map. Nice. Didn't really see that we just put out a map. So we have a little level 35 map. We have a level 25. So we can only go to our destination. We can't really do anything else. Because all the other stuff is too dangerous. So going in that direction, which means we have to discover everything we find in this direction first.
Hammond told me he wanted to cross a big body of water to get to a place called the House of Bones. He said the crash site was near there.
Or we have a little ambulance. Lots of stuff. Ooh. A chest. What do we get? Kiss me quick. Plus 20% critical chance when hidden. With the inspiring inscription, Kiss me quick. This elegant headpiece was used by the ancients to attract a partner, commonly found around the coastline of the Brexit Isles. Okay. So we now have the chance to increase our crit chance by 20. This would be 35. 1 on 3 chance to crit. I guess it's better than going for high ground. Don't really have that much high ground at this point. Another little... Can see down there a little bit of some scrap lying around. What do we get here? A note. Stalker anti-note. So this is really weird. Whilst me and the crew were on an expedition, up to the north we found a strange artifact that we believe was used to keep things cold. But it was sitting in the old palace to the east of the House of Bones, which is in a permanent state of cold anyway. The ancients were a strange bunch. Okay. So, a refrigerator, I'm going to guess. Oh, common scrap. Needs that scrap. Especially because grenades are only one-time use. You do not have a grenade, a smoke, hand grenade. And grenades are pretty good, because you can get AoE damage.
I keep looking for dead duck bodies, but I never see one. Are we the only mutants in the zone?
You're right. There are no mutants in the zone. I've been checking bodies ever since you mentioned it.
Obey me. Obey me.
Okay.
Making my head spin. Did you hear that? I heard the same voices when me and Hammond got ambushed.
Ghouls.
So that was a little bit strange.
Everywhere.
Check that guy out. You see him? Head like an infected mushroom. You think he's leading the ghouls?
Wait a minute. That's the guy.
Message to 555-678-9390. Eric, I need you to gather the children and take the next ferry without me. I will join you at the shelters very soon. My phone calls aren't going through, so I pray that you receive this message. The soldiers have told those of us who have the red eye infection to wait at the dock until the medic has checked us. Please look after Lucas and Frazier. or Freya, and tell them that I love you all so
He's
much.
one of the Nova sect. I heard stories about them. Bogeymen with big heads. Didn't think they were real. Bet he's real enough to take a bullet, though.
It's Judgment Day, sinners. Obey me, and your soul will be saved.
Which is fine and all, but not what we want to do right now. So we do have a Sect Hunter and Brother Bodin. Sect Pyro. Okay. Sect Butcher. We couldn't really see those as good as we can in a fight. So if we move here, they can't see me. Which is exactly what I want. He can see me. It is silent.
Yeah, I did that. What do you think about
Bam.
that, huh?
Yep. Was caught sneaking. Going over here. And getting another sneaky shot in.
Feel that?
You ain't half bad.
Which
For a
ain't,
newbie.
wow. Which is not
Over here.
going to alert those guys. Thinning out the herd. We are probably not going to fight him. He has 28 life. But I'm going to try to reduce the number as much as I can. Just because it's making easier to move around.
Bingo.
Which would be nice. Now, granted, you can do a sneak attack too, because you have a silent crossbow. And with that, another enemy down.
Not so bad. Regroup.
We get some scrap. And we can move around a little bit easier, not much.
Holy ancient power, feel my words inside you, taking control.
Okay, so he is omnipresent, he's everywhere. Stalker color note. If you want to keep your face, avoid the north. The northern ghoul tribe is planning something huge up at the lair of the Horned Devil. They have grabbed an ancient power source that's twice the size of the one back in the Ark and have been spotted hauling lumps of heavy equipment to that place. Do not attempt to go further north. Ghouls will eat you. Will they? Here's the thing, we do need to find out what is there. Just to have this unlocked. There's another area, level 45. I have the feeling this is more like extra side areas. We can go and do stuff in. We are not going to stay here, by any means. The Rod Warren. What? At least we have the information, we can check what is really there. The Horned Devil. So let's see. The Rod Warren. What looks like a natural mound of dirt turns out to be some kind of ancient hideout. They say people huddle underground in fear of something. The two metal doors are exceptionally large and heavy. Hopefully whatever the ancients hid from is not still around. Sounds like in a bunker, but sure. Don't really know what they mean with Horned Devil though. Maybe a digging machine?
Your
Forehead.
thoughts are sinful. Give me your brain, so I may lead you into salvation.
It sounds like he's everywhere. There's a
Guess people
pyro
were packing
too.
for a trip. Guess they didn't make it.
So this pyro has 16 HP, which is sadly too much to one-shot. At least silently. If we don't go silent, we can one-shot some guys. Not the one with 28 HP though. He's
Brain boys keep talking. Can't shut up. Get them brain boys out my head. Suck it up, cool. When the masters find the secret of the soul will be cleansed. Cleanse it back in here soon. Talking in my skull is making me crazy.
so we have 2 guys at least. In here. A sect hunter. So we are just going for the ambush. We are not going to attack. I just want a little bit of an overview. So we have the sect hunter. And there's the other guy. Okay. The sect hunter has 16 HP, which is not easy to kill.
Wait here.
They are going to stay here. Where's the other guy? He's going around. He's a simple marauder. So I'm going to guess that the other 2 guys over there, we can
Regroup.
probably kill this hunter without alerting those. So I'm going to guess. Is that the guy? No. I thought that maybe he would run around the house. The bandit guy. Seems like that is not the case. There's a marauder. So the idea is to just try and kill
That
him.
had to hurt.
It's a 75% chance. Oops. 75% chance. No. So not moving, trying to get the shot in. Good. Let's see, is the fight gone? Yes. Perfect. Don't know
Get
why.
your asses over here.
There we go. Okay. So another one down. We get a little bit HP, not HP, a little bit XP. Not enough to unlock anything apart from life. Increase your stamina permanently gives you additional movement, more health, movement, health, throw range, health, throw range, only health. So good. We have a 16 HP hunter. So going around, we should be able to kill him if we get one of the shotguns out. What we can do is we swap to Selma,
Let's split up.
because I did see a little area over here we can climb on. Which should which should give us high ground. So we switch the head, get a permanent 20% critical chance for high ground. The other two, so you just be immune. You have more weapon range. We're going to swap you with a crit 1-2. So we have two guys that have a high chance to crit. Okay. So 25% chance to crit. I only need one of them to crit. That is a big point. 45%. There we go, a crit. And you... Now you don't need to crit, so we can move in to get you 100%. So we are going to get seen, sure. But we got enough. Good. That was pretty nice.
Over here.
Okay. We are going to swap around you to this helmet, whatever. So we got him. Another hand grenade. Ancient Eye. 10% critical hit chance. A tiny fire looker which can be attached to a weapon to increase accuracy. This will raise critical chance to whatever it is attached to. So what we could do is get a weapon that has a high chance to crit. And get one of the weapons. This one has a high damage crit. So if we push this up by 20% and then another 10, we have half the chance to crit. It would be nice to maybe get something to close to 100%.
This is the boat.
So we have...
What an incredible piece of junk. At least it floats, right?
So we would have the ability to crit nearly every turn, or every shot at least. Trying to get as much damage stacked as we can before the enemy can attack. Whoop. There's the Sect Butcher. Okay, that is interesting. He's going up here. So we are swapping your head again. So if he goes over there, we can... If he comes up here again, we can try to maybe get a sneak attack. If we can delete him, we could potentially... It's just about removing as many enemies as we can before we engage anything big. There we go. Coming back up. So how high is the chance to hit at this point? 25. If we move... This is 100. How much do you have? 100. Perfect. We could even go for a really big 100, but this is good enough.
Now it's getting fun.
Get 100%. Go over here. We are not sneaky anymore. But get 100%.
Back off!
One less enemy to worry about. And another level up.
Get over here.
Which potentially could lead to run and gun. I guess jump to any location with some range. This could be good. This additionally to her high ground crit chance could be a good mix. So there is the ladder. We can go down here.
Gather on the ship, my
Stay
children.
back, guys.
Your destiny awaits.
Okay.
Yeah! Hear my voice within your heads. The Ark calls you ghouls, but you are beautiful. You are children of the ancients. Ah! Yeah! Yeah!
So, not gonna engage that. He is just a little bit too high in terms of HP. We do have another enemy over here. Really? Didn't we scout this whole area? I have a little mark on my mini map. Back to where we came from. Did someone go there? No, there's no one here. I'm a little bit confused over this. Okay, so there. For a moment I thought Sammer was an enemy, but sure. So we are not going to engage Brother Bodin at this point. Because that is not really the goal. We need to go into the next area, which is to the left. Could be behind the ship, but let's scout the rest of the area. Next episode. So we will scout, we will see if we can go to the ship without engaging. If we need to, we have to see what we can do. So stay tuned, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.